organizations, um, for them, whatever changes that are happening because of AI is not of so much of a concern as it is for the people, because organizations are going to survive all of this. Most organizations are going to find ways to be more productive, actually be more profitable by having less people. So their survival is not going to be the challenge. The challenge is going to be of people, white collar workers, like we've been talking about. Um, and who's really thinking about them? Organizations are not going to be thinking about them. So one of the set of people that we are going to be talking to actually are a lot of the alumni associations, because we feel that that's probably the uh, only set of institutions, or where a lot of the white collar workers are going to go and say, listen, I mean, please help us.
I just wanted to add one more point. Sorry. While sir is doing a very great job in at his level, try to have guardrails around AI and usage. My appeal to youngsters is that there is a concept in ecology that if 30 to 40% people feel something is to be done and something is right and something is wrong, and 30 to 40% people goes towards the right direction, then it doesn't matter whether it's a democratic country or an autocratic country or any setup, the whole civilization moves towards that direction. So if we as an individual feel something is right, then you have to support and act in your own capacity. So while we can have organizations doing a audit of whether I am using the AI correctly or not, I think it's all individuals who have a responsibility in whatever shape, form you are using AI, or otherwise also your decisions. If they are aligned towards positive uh, side, then the overall result will happen that way. So a lot of responsibility comes on all of us, is just the point I wanted to make. Thank you.
I'll add a dimension which a little disagreement with Nitin. Um, you'll be surprised at what large organizations are looking at. Large organizations are listed companies. A lot of these listed companies are driven by shareholders, and they are looking at the good of the world, and they need solutions for the good of the world. So there are perceptions, and this is how, one of the things I can talk about how people perform is basis how situations occur to them. Actually work and in directions is dependent upon how they perceive. Now I represent an organization that is 115 years old. They must have some strong values that is leading them to move ahead. And they are controlled by shareholders. So there is a lot of work, and it is important that all facets of community get together and look at things in a common way. And disagreements are the best diverse perspectives that cause sustainability. So one shouldn't take just one view. Organizations are very open to feedbacks, and organizations are very open to working with diverse perspectives to make it happen. And the world is shifting away from, not because of Mr. Trump, from DEI to DOI. There's diversity, there's not equality, but it's opportunity, equal opportunity and inclusion. So it's a good world outside, but it has bad people. So I think it has its part to do, and everybody has its part.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, one more question and the last question. Yes.
So, thank you for the session, first of all. And my question is to Manish, sir. Sir, since your company is a global company and it has a lot of employees working over there, so I just wanted to know, like, how the company, your company, and companies such big such companies are embracing AI, and how you are balancing it with the job welfare and not replacing it, the jobs of the employees.
Thank you for your lovely question. Um, it's a um, Hitachi is a very product focused company. And as I said in my discourse, the entire corporation is pivoting around moving away from a silo-based approach to getting together. And somebody spoke about data and artificial data. There is so much real data that is there in the universe that is still not captured. I'll give you many examples. A building. There is so much services that go inside a building that we don't have data about. We are talking very superficial data. Reality is there is so much data that is sitting out that still needs to be tapped. And those corporations who are willing to get together and tap this data and then create something stacked. I mean, let me put it this way. We are into nuclear, we are into aerospace, we are into water, we are into energy, we are into mobility. And when we connect all these dots together, the large language model that you can create around data, and the data that we have today is just 10% of what we actually have. And my take is if we can do that, and that's how Hitachi looks at it, then we can create a lot of social good around our ecosystem, number one. The second question was about how many jobs will be displaced. I hear a lot. We have no plans to displace anyone. There is, in the next, we have midterm plans. So the next 2-year midterm plans, there is no intent to displace. Our belief is that we have so much work that we can do and at the pace that we are looking at. From being a 20% generative revenue on AI side to about 70% of our business, including nuclear, including power, being stacked by AI, I don't see jobs getting displaced. There will be need to upskill, and somebody spoke about it. We, as and you all of you, will have to really upskill very fast, and AI will help you in doing that also. So I think there's great opportunity ahead. Look up. Don't look at doomsday predictions. There is good times ahead, is how we see it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, if I can just make 2 points, one connected to jobs and also what was mentioned about leisure time and my take on it. See, jobs will go and jobs will be created. There could be a temporary lag, like Shivaramji also mentioned. And thereby that agility and ability and adaptability for you to look into where should I be skilling myself so I am worthy, right? Or I am skilled enough, or I am employable enough, and I am employed and also positioned in a good employment opportunity. The larger trends are train yourself with AI, because if AI will be used in workplaces, somebody who needs, when computers came, somebody who knew how to type was given preference over somebody who did not know how to type. So it's a skill. It is not this versus that. It's a skill. Learn that skill as much as you can. And if you are specifically in an area where repetitive, non-creative input tasks are very, very high, those are the jobs that will go the first, like coding, for example. This AI summit was more or less done at such a haste because the India ITES sector is one of the biggest foreign revenue earners for the country. It generates huge amounts of employment in the country, and I may have the data wrong, but some 7 lakh, if not 7 lakh, but then lakhs and lakhs of those jobs are at stake immediately now, not in the future, not 2 years later, now, they're at stake now. So if you are in such a job, look into doing it. Second point I wanted to make was regarding time. See, human tendency has got a funny way of acting. You understand space-time, right? The space-time, if you're interested in quantum a little bit, you will know that as the gravity of the mass pulls you closer, the time slows down. So in nature, things are always connected. Nitinji's first reaction when he said was, as soon as I realized I could throw out a product in 3 weeks and not 3 years, his reaction was not, okay, now let me run my business and I will sit back and relax. He said, I want to do 10 more products. And that is what is going to wind up happening, is you will have more time, but also the race to you be competitive to remain relevant in the market is going to become so short that you will always be engaged in, what next, let me do this, let me hedge here, let me also do this, let me that there. And thereby, one of the skills which got spoken about in passing, but I want to reiterate for all of you, since all of you are guys are young, is your mental health, your individual mental health, because that is what is going to take a toll, the anxiety, the stress, the reskilling, the fear of not being relevant 6 months down the line, and thereby having to retrain into something which you are not comfortable with, and then competing against a much younger child who has it known. That will take a mental health, and which is why mental health is said to be one of the biggest pandemics, silent pandemics coming up. We are in healthcare, we see the amount of rate at which mental health problems, and I'm not talking of mental diseases, I'm talking of stress, anxiety, trauma, depression, fear of performance, and so on and so forth. That, I think, somebody who can hold that mental fortitude strong is also going to be a differentiating skill. So try and do, somebody said meditation, practice whatever comes naturally to you to strengthen that mental fortitude. And lastly, Sir mentioned that AI does not require uh, cooling, but that's not entirely true, because all data centers to run AI requires massive amount of cooling. That is